I'm meteorologist Craig Flint. So we actually had a little bit of clearing, so it was a nice evening, but the clouds will start to increase again as we go through the overnight hour. 47 degrees, still very nice out there, winds westerly at 14. We still have some showers kind of scooting through eastern parts of New York State. We've had a little partial clearing here. I think overnight lows tonight will be right around 40. Eyewitness News starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is Eyewitness News First at 10.
Tonight on Eyewitness News First at 10, one business brought their Veggies on the Go program to Ilion, and over 125 bags of free fresh fruits and vegetables were distributed to residents. We'll bring you those details. And an outreach program for Herkimer County residents was held to discuss local brownfields and what to do with them. Eyewitness News reporter Jessica Landman has that story. Plus, a sad ending to that missing persons investigation going on in Deerfield. We'll bring you the latest from the Oneida County Sheriff's Department. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for Eyewitness News First at 10. I'm Shelby Pay. After taking the week to review the budget, the mayor submitted his official vetoes on the budget to the Common Council passed last week. The Common Council met again tonight with the mayor to present to vote to pass the mayor's vetoes. The mayor vetoed 19 amendments, the most debated being the cannabis tax in the city and cuts to Utica's fire and police. It was determined that the cuts passed by the Common Council last week would undercut both the fire and police departments, and that the amendment is now under review again. All the vetoes proposed by the mayor will stand. The Common Council and Mayor Galini will have to decide on a final budget by Monday. The final budget will also be posted on the city's website in the coming weeks. And we had previously reported on the missing persons investigation regarding 42-year-old Gerard Dano. On March 20th, he was reported to have left his residence on Trenton Road in the town of Deerfield, traveling on foot in an unknown direction. And earlier today, that search ended when Dano was eventually located deceased on Crooked Brook Road in the town of Deerfield. For the past week, sheriff's patrols and investigators conducted extensive searches of the wooded area surrounding his residence. These searches were conducted by sheriff's canines as well as drones. The sheriff's office was assisted by the New York State Forest Rangers and New York State Police canines units during the search. The Onondaga County Medical Examiner's Office will now work to determine Dano's cause of death. And earlier today, Fidelis Care brought their Veggies on the Go program to Ilion, where they were handing out bags of free fresh veggies to residents. Eyewitness News reporter Jessica Landman has the story.
Fidelis Care held a great program today called Veggies on the Go here at the First Presbyterian Church in Ilion. This program is to help raise awareness about food insecurity.
So Fidelis Care Veggies to Go, where we're giving away fresh fruits and vegetables, it's really important to talk about food insecurity. We know nutrition is healthcare, and we know that one bag of food isn't going to solve food insecurity, but this is a great way to start the conversation where our Fidelis Care folks can really connect people to the resources that are available here in the community. Fidelis Care has been doing Fidelis Care Veggies to Go since 2022. We are so excited that we've given out over 30,000 pounds of food, and we are excited to be here in Ilion doing the same today.
This is not their first program focused on food insecurity, and it certainly won't be their last, with their next one coming up in Oswego County. Reporting in Ilion, I'm Jessica Landman, Eyewitness News, First at 10.
And an ongoing problem that our region faces are brownfield sites, and most don't even know what they are. So the HRP held an outreach program for Herkimer County residents discussing these local brownfields. Eyewitness News reporter Jessica Landman also has that story.
So really, what is a brownfield? So really, a brownfield is any site whose redevelopment is hindered by any whiff of an environmental issue.
In upstate New York is in no shortage of brownfields. Sites that meet the qualifications to be considered a brownfield are often old factories that dealt with metalworking or harsh chemicals and did not protect the environment around the factories. The Mohawk Valley was raised on large, primarily metalworking factories that were established years before any sort of environmental protection laws were put in place. And although these companies are moving out of these buildings, the environmental impact from their work is not. This left 4 particular sites in the Mohawk Valley in need of environmental studies and grants to begin work there. Last night, the Herkimer County HRP held a public outreach meeting to discuss the 4 sites, which include the Charleston Mall, Remington Arms, the Herkimer BOA, and the Little Falls BOA. The environmental laws that are now in place make it difficult to sell the properties, though.
The EPA developed what they call the Brownfields program to help redevelop these sites. And one of the things that the EPA does, which is a great program, is they have funding for communities, EPA Brownfield funding, for communities to go out and identify brownfield sites and do the phase 1s and phase 2s on the sites that will remove some of the mystery, that will allow a developer to take the risk on the site.
In order to clear properties for sale to developers, Phase 1 and Phase 2 tests must be administered. Phase 1 is collecting reports on the environment, including water and ground samples. These results are to determine how to move forward with a site and are not reported. Phase 2 tests, however, test the same things, but those results get reported to the government to decide if the land is safe to use. Both the Herkimer and Little Falls BOAs have completed both stages of testing and are looking for buyers of the land. And although Remington Arms just closed recently, the process of testing is already underway. The Charleston Mall site has proven to be the most difficult in the level of contamination, as well as being split between Oneida and Herkimer counties. Knowing about brownfields and what that means is important to anyone living in the Mohawk Valley because we are truly surrounded by them. The Brownfields Division will continue moving forward with these projects as well as any that may come up in the future. Reporting in Herkimer, I'm Jessica Landman, Eyewitness News, First at 10.
Still to come tonight on Eyewitness News First at 10, starting today, a new traffic law goes into effect. Our Capitol correspondent Jamie DeLine brings us the details coming up next. Plus, we'll bring you the latest from News Channel 9 on the missing 5-year-old girl from Syracuse. Stay with us.